Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Nova Aetas. Now, if you've ever wanted to support me more than you already do, there is a way to do that by visiting the link in the description or clicking the annotation on the screen to my Patreon, and you can take a look at some of the rewards there that I provide in exchange for additional support, of course. So, anyway, let us now continue our adventures in Nova Aetas, and we have something to do. Yes, we have something to do. Many of you have been calling for me for quite a while to actually do some crafting, and I would like to do that. So what I've been doing is I've been working here for a chance to create a carpenter, because one of you suggested that a carpenter would be an idea so that I could create a bow for myself. And that is actually a really good idea, so I've been doing that. I have a 7% chance, so I'm gonna see whether we can... yeah. It's gonna take a bit of time, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna take a bit of time, but anyway, what I need to report as well is that my dye works is doing very, very nicely. It's giving me about 1,500 per week, but the dye does not get used that much. I think only one dye got used in the last week, but we did gain, I think, about 13,000 or something along those lines. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get as much money as possible so that we can then buy a palace somewhere, because I haven't yet bought a palace, and I think it would be a really cool idea to do so. Many of you have told me that it's pretty worth it, so why not? You know, let's do it. I mean, it's going to have a huge amount of prestige reward, and it is going to give us an amazing amount of money as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that quite a bit. Unfortunately, what I'm not looking forward to is the 7% chance that we have right here. Now, I have moved the dyes from Diggory once again. I had 15 of them at Diggory, and I moved them to the Weavery and Dye Works at Zendar, and that's perfectly fine. Obviously, that's perfectly fine. Seems to be going okay. Our other businesses are actually not doing that badly, considering I'm not maintaining them. But what is happening is that the pagan Nords in the north are having some difficulties. Wercheg did get taken by the Christian Nords, and speaking of the Christian Nords, oh, there we go, we did it. We made a cabinet. Are you proud of me? We made a cabinet, so I can sell it in IKEA or something along those lines. Yes, that sounds like a good plan. Anyway, the point is, they took Wercheg, and yeah, it was not very good. But yes, most of you have said that the Christian Nords are going to be better, because obviously their technological advancement is obviously higher. So if we are going to use any Norse units in the future, I'm going to make sure to get Christian ones, but obviously it's a little bit problematic considering our religious sort of standing and things like that, but I don't think it really affects things too much unless you are fighting an enemy lord or something along those lines. But there we have it. We did it. We actually did it. So that is amazing. And now there's the cabinet. Wait, what is that? That's not the cabinet that I think, is it? There's our properties, by the way. I have mansions all here, which is pretty nice. But anyway, the place where I wanted to go was the Guild Hall, because I want to purchase a carpenter now. You guys wanted to see a little bit more off screen, so yes, that's exactly what I'm doing a little bit here. And I wish to buy land in this town. Yes, I do. I wish to do that. To make furniture from timber. Furniture? Furniture. I don't know whether it's actually... Is it going to allow me to... 9,000? I thought it was 3,000. Did he just take more money from me? I'm actually unsure. Okay, well... Hopefully I can actually make bows here. I mean, you would think that the carpenter would be the bow person. If it's not, then so be it, and I'll just have a carpenter. I'll just have a carpenter. That's perfectly fine, because obviously timber is pretty easy to come by, and we can supply it pretty easily, I suppose, to Yealand, so I don't think that's too bad, but I was very much hoping to do a bow here. I'm pretty sure you're correct about that in the comments. If you're not, then, well, we're gonna make a nice chair. Okay, well, I thought I would just cut back here just so that you can see what's currently going on with our wages. As you see, the net revenue from our dye works is utterly insane. It actually covers the entirety of our fleet maintenance as well as our wages for our army. Well, kind of. It kind of does that, at least. And the colony import lines, obviously that's a bit of a problem, but yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, there's what's going on. The blacksmith at Rivercheck's not doing too well, but I can't really do much about that right now, and the mill obviously isn't doing well either, but the dye works is just insane. Alright, so as you can see, we are now in our carpenter, and we can make bows and crossbows. So thank you very much for letting me know about that. I was a little bit worried that we were going to make furniture only, but thankfully enough, we have enough craftsmanship skill to make the best bow that we can. As you can see here, it's a war bow. Unfortunately, it's going to be one of those things where maybe we're going to need to do it multiple times, because it may not give us the right prefix or prefix or whatever you want to say, because I want a powerful or strong, I don't actually know the right prefix, but I think it's probably strong warbow. That gives us, I think, a little bit of extra damage. I would like 28 or 29, maybe even 30 damage. I don't think we're going to get 30, probably 28. But we need a bow limb, yeah, a bow limb, a flax string, and some velvet. Where else to get velvet than our own weavery and dye works? Yes, exactly. So we're going to try and do that. But obviously, for now, what we want to do is... Well, yes, we can actually use... yeah, I can actually saw some poles here. I'm not entirely sure what this does. What does that do? Use pole lathe? Okay. Okay, well... Am I actually doing something? I'm not doing that correctly. I need to saw the timber beam first. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Okay, and then I can use a pole rounder. Wow, that is actually really cool. Okay, and then wait. I don't think I've done this right. Oh, and then I can saw the pole, obviously, now that it's round. And then I can take it to the pole lathe. I don't actually know whether this is the correct sort of way to do things, but it's actually really cool how the mod creator has done this. And is there anything else? Oh, a shave horse. Ugh. Whoa, look at that. Well, that's cool. And is there anything else that I can do? I can do a carve panel, so I can actually carve things. Wow. Okay, so obviously I have none of the things actually able to do this. Some clean water, some timber, and some pottery is in the chest here. Oh, Master Weaver, hello there. We hope to begin production in about 3 days. I suggest you start by interacting with the workbench. Yes, of course. That's probably going to tell me how to actually craft things, isn't it? I mean, I was just so excited about finding the bows that I completely forgot about that, but yes. We currently need, for a chair, we need a wooden leg, 4 of them, and 2 wooden panels. And for a cabinet, we need an actual wooden leg, obviously, and what else do we need? A wooden panel and wooden panel. Well, I don't know what that is. That's something else, but I can't currently see it. As you can see, the tooltip is a little bit bugged for the most part, but you need velvet for that as well. And then you can make intermediates. So obviously this is what you need to do. You need to actually craft a wooden leg. So do I have some timber? I don't think I do. But there you go. You can create a carved panel. That was the thing. The carved panel. There's a stock for a... There's a bow limb. Oh, okay. So we can actually make that ourselves. Is there anything else that I can make? No, only the bow limb. So I only need a piece of timber to be able to make the bow limbs. So there's one in this chest up here, so I might as well take that. There we go. And I may as well take the clean water as well. Sorry, I'm taking the clean water. I'm taking your clean water. Thank you very much. Yeah, anyway. Let's see. Okay, so let's make some intermediates. Okay, I would like to make a bow limb. Crafting started. Aha! Oh, here we go. Oh, this is... Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, thank you for the arrows. Thank you very much for the arrows. I would not know otherwise. Thank you very much. Oh, I very much appreciate that. Okay, so there we go. We did that. And now we have to go over there to do the shaving thing. Yes, there we go. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. I never would have thought that anything would be able to be done in Warband, anything like this, because obviously this is pretty difficult to do, and adding arrows as well. I've never seen those arrows before, so that's actually pretty amazing. Okay, so 5 prestige points gained just from crafting here. So you can get prestige points from crafting, and you could potentially even make a living by making, I would assume, making items and things. So let's have a look here. The warbow. We need velvet and flax string. I think flax string is pretty easy to find in the guild. As you can see here, I think we can... Yep, there we go. Some flax string is right there. Should I take the fine flax string? I'll take the fine one. And there's a cracked pole. You can make shields, and you can even make armor here if you so desire. But obviously I have some pretty decent armor right now, so it's not particularly necessary. But you can even make swords here too, if you so desire. Because obviously blacksmith can make swords and things. So we need some velvet. Oh, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to go to Zendar and see if they have some velvet. I don't think they will, because, well, I'm selling it, aren't I? There's a tournament going on here as well, which I would like to do, but sturdy silk. That's not too good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the dye works and we're going to say, please keep all of the stuff for me. Yes, I would very much like that. I'd like you to keep all the goods. Is there anything else here? No. Okay, so as you can see, there's all the dyes that I've placed in here. They use 2 dyes, so they're making 2 pieces of velvet every single time, which is perfectly fine. And there we go. Okay, so shall we join the tournament a little bit? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to join the tournament just now. But what I do know we're going to do is we're going to... Well, I suppose we might as well do the tournament, shall we? Because there's not much more for me to do. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Okay, so here we go. We have our lance once again. It's been a while since I've actually... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's been a while since I've actually been playing the tournaments like this, because obviously, yeah, Zendar is not... It's not particularly... I don't know. It's just one of those things where you just think to yourself, I don't really want to do any more tournaments because I have enough real estate, and yeah, it's been a while, but, well, okay. It's absolutely fine anyway. Come on now. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it's easy enough to actually kill people here, so yeah, I don't think it's really a big deal. But obviously, when you're me, it turns out to be somewhat difficult sometimes. Oh, he actually blocked that, or I missed, or no, I destroyed his shield. Wow. Okay, that was pretty impressive then. Wow. Okay, so apparently Mathild was the one that blocked my lance there, which is pretty impressive. There we go. Take that, Margrave. Mer, yes. Margrave. Yeah. Well, we already have the 3 points that we require, but I would like to win. I would like to win this round. Yes. So you can see why I would cut this out, because obviously the AI is somewhat stupid when it comes to fighting. They just like to go around in circles. They don't really do anything that's actually useful or efficient. They just go in a straight line towards you, which is perfectly fine most of the time, but obviously in a tournament, you don't really want them doing that. I want him to just... Can you just leave me alone for a second, please? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bait him into the corner. Or not, as the case may be. Okay, so I'm going to try and pick up a sword. There we go. Yes, this is what you get. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Come on now. Yes, that's what you get. Okay, yes, 9 damage. 9 damage, that's exactly what you get. Okay, so now it would have been nice to have a lance. I don't know whether I have the lance still, but he's probably gonna kill me, isn't he? Well, almost. Yep, there we go, he did. Because, obviously, his proficiency with the one-handed weapon is just absolutely insane, and we didn't get any money for that, which is kind of sad. But we did get some experience and renown, which is always nice. So I'm gonna continue doing the tournament off screen, and then we'll wait until we get the velvet. Alright, so finally we have been able to gain our, well, velvet. And as you can see here, the the profit from the dye works has gone down by 2,000, by over 2,000, just because we didn't sell that velvet, obviously. But yeah, otherwise I have to report that I won the tournament. I was in first place, but I lost a couple of the rounds, but I won the tournament overall in points. And that's kind of a bit unfortunate, because obviously I'd like the second place, but we have a pretty decent helm anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But anyway, there we go. So yes, there's there are our traits as well, by the way. You have Proud-Hearted and Bad Duelist. So we have +5 to prestige every single week. And so that means I can now go into the dye works and gain a couple of velvet bolts. I'm only gonna take, well, I'm gonna take both, obviously, because I need to use one and then I'll sell one just to regain some of the lost money that we would have otherwise gained. And yeah, nothing else has really changed. So we're going to now hopefully be, wait a minute, did I just do that wrong? Am I going to be able to continue my bow, or did I need to do it all at the same time? I am unsure about that, actually. No, I didn't need to do it all at the same time. Oh, that's really good. Okay, that is fantastic. So here you go. We have a craftsmanship skill of 3, and hopefully that isn't going to affect things too much, and we're going to be able to build it. Do you wish to sell your crafted item to the town for 5,646 florins? This results in an estimated profit of 562. Actually, the profit was a lot more than that, because we have a weavery and dye works, which makes the thing for, which makes 2 bolts of velvet, actually, and they sell for 2,000 each. And then the timber was nothing. The timber was literally, I mean, you can buy timber for 40 florins, which is literally nothing. And then the flax string I bought from the guild for about 16. So the profit is actually about 3,500. So yeah, I'm not going to be selling it. I'm going to be keeping it. Thank you very much. But can you imagine? You can actually make a huge amount of money by doing crafting. So if you are just by yourself and you don't really have an army and you actually want to do something that is different from running around and fighting things, fighting bandits, making your own faction, or joining as a vassal, or, you know, enlisting as a mercenary or something, then just be a craftsman. Just be a craftsman with a high trade skill, and then join the Merchant Republic of Zendar, because you're a merchant. Oh yes, you're a merchant and a craftsman. That sounds like a really cool idea, actually. But anyway, there is our war bow, and I can now finally use a proper bow. Even though the Nomad bow is not bad, don't get me wrong, I just felt like I really needed a better one to do a little bit more damage. And saying that, our arrows are really bad. I'm going to try and get a large bag, or maybe some better arrows in terms of damage, because right now they're only adding +1, and it's not good enough, in my opinion. Not good enough. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I'm going to attempt to continue waiting for some time, and oh yes, before I go, many of you have noticed that the year down here is actually changing every few days, and I can assume that that is because of the technological advantage or advancement that is currently going on with each of the factions. That's probably the reason why. So yeah, I'm not doing anything to that. I have no control over the time, of course, so yes, that's probably the reason why that's happening. But anyway, I might try to do a little bit more crafting, because I do have another velvet bolt, so maybe I'll try and get another war bow and see whether there's another prefix that I can maybe, you know, make out of it. But otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.